Hi guys, it's Nancy here and I am back with another process video, and as you can see here I have pulled out all of my Amy Tangerine stash. I have some Yes Please, I have some Ready Set Go, I have some sketchbook and cut and paste. I also have the +1 Project Life cards, and I have her new one, which is, well, her newer one, not Rise and Shine, the one after that. I have the 6x6 paper pad of that. So I have lots and lots of Amy Tangerine, and I have just placed an order for the new Amy Tangerine Rise and Shine line. So I really want to look at getting this used up. And there was loads of lovely pieces of paper that I've kept hold of and really love in here that I haven't used. So I have set myself the challenge over the next few weeks to actually use up some of this stash. I am going to be using some of this with a new line as well, but I just wanted to get some of this used up and on layouts, because there's no point just hanging on to it. So I pulled out this piece of sort of wheel paper. It kind of looks like a wheel to me, and this kind of motif is actually in her new collection as well, but in a bigger size. And I just hung on to this paper because I really liked it, but need to get it used up. And again, this is just a piece of kind of like almost concrete effect paper that, you know, is a great neutral, and I've kind of kept hold of it, so I'm going to be using that to mount my layout on. I have two photos that I want to use for this layout. I am going to be cutting one of them down because there's a lot of dead space in that photo. So all I'm doing is just then making a little photo collage there on that piece of paper that I've got from the middle. And these are just some pages that I'm going back and doing some filler pieces for my American album. I am determined to get this album finished. We went in January 2012, so I really need to get a move on. And so the plan is using these Amy Tan papers to get some of this used up. The photos used up in an album. So I've just pulled out lots of different bits from her different collections here, and just not really sure where I'm going to go with this layout, but I'm just cutting some bits and pieces up and kind of seeing where it takes me. The blue in these photos is kind of quite a strong blue, so I know that I'm kind of going to have to counteract that a little bit. So I'm just going through these. These are some cut apart sheets that I had. I've also got this camera embellishment. Well, it's a piece of paper, and I cut the camera out from that to make an embellishment. And you're going to see me doing a lot of fussing on this layout. I hadn't done a 12x12 when I'd done this layout for probably a week. No, probably more than that, because I've been to the retreat. So probably like a week. Probably nearly 2 weeks actually. So I was a little bit rusty. All in all, this took me about an hour to do this layout, so not too bad. And here you can see I'm just now starting to get sort of my basic shapes down of where I'm going to go with this layout. And once I've got my kind of basic boxes kind of down, I'm now going to start going through the +1 Project Life cards and pulling any out that I think I can either use for embellishments or as another layer. And so I'm just going through here, and any that jump out to me I'm going to be pulling out and just chucking on the layout. And at this point, I'm not in love with these +1 cards. The +1 cards were the only ones that I actually had from the +1 collection. I didn't buy the paper pad. I got a few bits of the paper when I was subscribed to the Scraptastic kit, but it wasn't my favourite collection of hers. My favourite collection would have to be the sketchbook collection, which I'm kind of happy about. Her new one is kind of a mix between sketchbook and Yes Please. So really excited to kind of rediscover some of these papers actually, because I've kept them because I love them so much, and now they're starting to look a little bit old, I must say. I have quite a few bits from the cut and paste collection, which probably actually was my least favourite. The colours were just so bland and a little bit naff for that one, so just wanted to get those used up and onto layouts. So I pulled out that journaling card from the +1 collection. It says "Here we go," and so I'm going to use that to add as kind of like a title stroke subtitle, because I am going to add another title onto this layout, because these photos are actually of Chinatown. And so we done a tour of LA, and part of that is we went around Chinatown, so I do want to just, you know, include that, because there's a few other photos from that part, the tour part, that I want to include in this. So I've kind of just, you know, as I've spoken about before, I like to kind of do a feature page, like a title page, kind of introducing the next few pictures that are in the divider pages. I will do a share of my American album once I have finished it. As I said, there is 3 albums, so I'm going to have to break that up as well. So, but I really, really hope to get it finished, you know, in the coming months. And, you know, now I've got these photos as well, it's meaning I can do some 12x12 layouts, because I had kind of run out of photos. So of course I couldn't just leave this start again, Nancy. I couldn't just use this piece of paper blank, so I've taken out this stencil. This is a large polka dot stencil. This is actually from Stamping Up, and it came with their Christmas banner kit about 2 years ago, I think, and for some reason I completely forgot there were stencils in there, so I pulled that out the other day, and I really love the large polka dot, so you're probably going to see me using that quite a lot. I have then just used my polka dot brayer to add that on, and then I'm using this lovely stencil that I love, which is a small polka dot. So I'm just adding lots more circles onto a background full of circles. And I'm just kind of doing this haphazardly. As you know, I'll cover most of it up anyway. But I really, you know, just wanted to add a little bit of interest to the background. And it kind of, you know, just helps kind of recess all those layers back. I did ink everything with my Memento black ink, mainly because that's the only ink I had sitting on my desk. I do then go back and put a few bits of ink over the top, because I didn't want it to stand out too much. So I'm now going to just mount my photo, and again I'm going for classic sort of Nancy placement here. You know, up that corner with some bits sticking outside. It's, you know, it's a layout that I go kind of to more and more, and I'm going to add, you know, a reasonable amount of layers to this, but because my photos are, you know, a larger scale, it doesn't leave me as much room to add too many layers. And so I'm just tucking some Project Life cards and bits there, and just creating, you know, some layers there. Excuse me, kind of losing my voice, and I've only kind of started doing some video voiceovers. I was actually planning to do 2 or 3 tonight, so I don't know if my voice is going to last that long. It's been one of those days where I've had to be a little bit shrieky at work, so we'll see if my voice can last out. As you'll know if you've seen these videos before, you know, when I do a lot of layering on my layouts, I only put glue in the middle, because I know that I'm going to end up wanting to tuck bits and pieces under. So you will see me often just lifting up layers. I've just cut up that little geotag with a little heart in. That was just on the top of a Project Life card, so I've just cut that out, and I can use the rest of the card because it's kind of almost for a journaling space. So I've just added these bits of this ready pink on, because I wanted to again just create that visual triangle around the layout where, you know, it's going to help kind of bring your eye to the photo. I do apologise that my camera angle is a little bit wonky here. I didn't realise that my camera had kind of been nudged, so that's a little bit annoying. I do have these stickers from Amy Tangerine, and I have used the majority of these up. There's a few bits and pieces left, so you're going to be seeing me while doing these layouts. I'm going to be trying and using these up, and of course they're not necessarily going to get on the layout, but I'm going to be trying my best to kind of get them used up and on a layout. And as I said, most of the collections kind of mix quite well together. The only one that I would say doesn't mix too great is the Ready Set Go, because that had quite strong oranges and browns and things in. It was kind of very an autumnal collection to me, so that's the only one I'd say that doesn't go too well. I really love that collection, but it doesn't go too great, so I'm probably going to have to use that you know, use up what I've got in that pad, or maybe add some bits from my stash to that. So I'm trying to get as many of these stickers used up as I can. I've just created a little sticker cluster down there at the bottom. As I said, there's lots of bits and pieces here that I want to use up, and they're not necessarily all going to go on here, but I'm going to keep trying. And again, inking everything just in black ink, just to make sure it all kind of matches together. I'm just having some problems there with my glue, because I forgot to stick my pin in it last time I used it, so it's kind of got clogged up. So there is space to do a little bit of journaling on here, but as I said, this is not really going to be a layout for journaling, because I want to, you know, use a 4x6 space within the divider pages to do some journaling just about this tour. I did cut out some more of these cameras because I thought about adding a visual triangle of those. I think I ended up using 2, not 3 on this layout. I'm not sure, we'll see. I did do these layouts last week. Yeah, so it's about a week ago since I've done these. So do excuse me that I can't necessarily remember what I did. But I am really enjoying doing 12x12 layouts again. Oh yes, I did just cut the lens part out of that other camera, which is a little circle with a heart on. That's what I did there. So as I was saying, I'm really enjoying doing 12x12 layouts again. It is kind of, you know, taxing my brain a little bit, because I've kind of got to get back in the swing of things. But I'm enjoying kind of challenging myself. Doing these, Amy just realised I didn't use an acrylic block. I used my steel ruler to stick a stamp on. Hey ho. I also, while I was away at the retreat, forgot my acrylic block and ended up using the back of my iPhone to stick an acrylic stamp on. So there's always something to use as a stamp block. As I was saying, I'm going to be challenging myself to do a few different styles of layout with these Amy Tan papers, just trying a few different things, mixing it up, you know. This American album, as I said, has spanned my scrapping from 2012 to 2015, so there's quite a few different mixed matches of styles and stuff in there anyway, so I think, hey, why not have a play? It's going to look quite eclectic anyway. So I'm kind of just giving myself license, you know, to even just make a few ugly layouts, and there's one that I'll be sharing with you later on with this, which is really quite ugly. I kind of had good intentions, but yeah, it just kind of turned out ugly. But hey, it's cool, it tells a story, it's in the album, and I'm just going to go with it. I'm not going to fret about it too much. So I'm just adding my other title on here. This again is Amy Tangerine letter stickers. I never bought these when they came out, but I was very lucky to be sent these by Emma, and actually I don't know why I didn't buy them. I had the smaller ones, the smaller vellum ones that she done, and they really irritated me because they were a pain in the backside to get off the sheet. I still have about 4 packs of them though, because they came in kit gobs when I was subscribed, so I think I have about 3 or 4 packets. So I really need to get those used up, but I actually really like the size of these. They're really nice, and I like, actually, you know, for a change, using a flat letter sticker. So I'm just going to stick that down there and just put the title Chinatown. And then I'm pulling out the Studio Calico stars, which we got in a Project Life kit in the last couple of months, and I hadn't used them in my Project Life. So I thought, hey ho, let's just shove them on this layout, because there's quite clearly not enough on here. So I've just pulled the turquoise ones and the yellow ones I'm going to be pulling off and sticking on this layout, and just add a little bit. And I really like a little pop of yellow as well, because it picks up the yellow from the stickers that I've used. So all in all, I really enjoyed doing this layout. It was, you know, just a bit of fun. It was a nice experiment, and I wasn't rushing, and, you know, I'm not too worried about how long a layout takes me, to be honest, because, you know, I really enjoyed the process of scrapping. So it's always good to, you know, get quite a few done in one sitting, but, you know, it's good to just have a play as well. So here is a close-up of this layout. So thank you very much, guys, for watching, and I'll be back with some more Amy Tangerine themed layout soon. Thank you very much, guys. Bye!